welcome back to Mika Reacts and Reviews, react and review to things on the internet. And today we are returning to our boy Tom Macdonald, Hug Gang, Stand Up. I know you're here. I'm sorry about the late upload. It's a big holiday in the country that I'm in and it's party season, so I partied a little bit too hard on the premiere of Tom Macdonald's video, and I could not make the video because it would have been trash because I was hungover. Speaking of hungover, I think the song that I'm gonna be reacting to is called Church, which Tom Macdonald, Brandon Hart, and Rockafeller is going to be featured in. It's kind of about that. Not that I watched the video, I basically looked at comments and stuff like that because I couldn't resist just getting a little bit of a peek, and that's kind of my way of getting a peek, is reading the comment section. And so I think it's about addiction. So I'm excited. I think this is gonna be a tearjerker from what I read in the comment section, but let's stop ranting and wasting time and get into the video.
I need a short drink or a long prayer. I've been sober but I don't care. I'm so scared of my own self, I get no help and that's no fair. So don't go there, I've been hell and back. I got scorched hair in this Gucci cap. I got empty bottles and a million follows. I regret swallowing the Ativan. Yeah, let's be real, I resent the way that I feel. I pretend that it's cool but I miss getting drunk, and I'm angry that God doesn't help when I kneel. I said my prayers, when I got clean, it just got worse. I quit doing drugs and I pleaded with Jesus to save me, but he didn't hear my words. That don't work, it hurts. I went to church, now I need liquid courage. Whiskey in my glass, I take the knives out of my back to stir it. Go to hell and back again, then show you burns to prove I earned it. I need shots of God to gain the strength I need, I'm just a person.
So yeah, the song is basically about Tom Macdonald's ongoing addiction recovery. I really like the fact that he's talking about this because I think it's a part of recovery that a lot of recovering addicts don't talk about, which is missing what it feels like to be drunk, or missing what it feels like to be high, or missing the lifestyle, missing the party. That's a really interesting topic to talk about or bring up when it comes to addiction, because again, I don't think a lot of people bring that up, because when you're recovering, I would feel like you want to always demonize what it was. You always want to demonize the drug and demonize the alcohol and demonize the lifestyle and say how shit it was and how bad it was and how it ruined your life, to remind yourself and to remind others, like, don't go down that road because it's really terrible. But I think, you know, like if you talk about it in a good way, like, oh my God, I had such a good time, it was so fun, I have so many great memories, then maybe it would trigger you to want to go back there, and maybe trigger other addicts to want to go back to that place. I mean, Tom Macdonald has talked about in length how it did ruin his life and how it did bring him to a breaking point, but he also has talked about the fact that, like, yeah, I kind of miss maybe the feeling or the party or whatever. So I like the fact that he's bringing it up, because I do think this is a part of recovery that a lot of recoverers or addicts don't talk about, or just not brought up, period, when it comes to drugs or alcohol. You know, like, let's not pretend that drugs don't feel good. Let's not pretend that alcohol sometimes doesn't make the party better, because if it didn't, people wouldn't do it. So it's like, let's not ignore that. Like, talk about it, but we can also bring up the fact that it can also ruin your life, you know what I mean? Talking about the prayer part and feeling like that your prayers aren't being answered is also like a really common thing. Like, I don't think any of us have ever not felt that way, like praying and then feeling like I'm not being heard, like maybe I'm a bad person, maybe I deserve what's happening to me, maybe God doesn't love me. But you just have to understand, like, it's all in God's timing. Maybe your prayer isn't a part of his plan, maybe it's going to come down the line later on, maybe it is there but you just don't see it, you know what I mean? It's not going to always just fall into your lap like a miracle. But I think we've all been there, like crying, being in our darkest place and reaching and crying out to God and feeling like it's just falling on deaf ears. It can be really hard. Anyway, let's continue.
I pray on my way to the liquor store that they lock the door, 'cause I'll lay in my grave if the whiskey pours like it did before. I'm scared, I send out a prayer. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? 'Cause honestly it hurts and every day's worse. I keep buying whiskey when all I need is church.
The hook is really good. I really like it. I wonder if Nova helped a lot with the hook. She's really good with her hooks. It's really like mainstream, and it's not a bad thing, Bad thing is not mainstream, because when you make art, you make music, yes, you can make art to be avant-garde and very niche, that just goes to this tiny little group that's only gonna, that group is the only group that's gonna get what you're saying. But if you really have a message that you really want to reach to the masses, it is important. Make your message kind of catchy so it does catch on, so it does reach the masses, so it does get to more people. So there's nothing wrong with making something a little bit more mainstream. You know, Tom Macdonald has his art and his songs that's niche, that only the Hog fam is gonna get, and he has his songs that will go worldwide, that will go mainstream, that will reach the masses. So there's nothing wrong with the hook being more mainstream. I like the hook. All right, let's continue.
I keep talking to God, but he don't hear me, and my demons are there, always listening. I get lost in the dark, drowning in whiskey, and I went in so far, you say you miss me. I'm on a ship in a bottle, so say goodbye at the shore. Break the glass so you'll find me, I'm not who I was before. Close my eyes in the darkness and hold on through the storm. I'm a wreck in a bottle, I wasn't built for a war. Those church pews, bright lights, whiskey glasses, bottles of booze. Make short days turn long nights. The bottle, the Bible, I didn't know what to choose.
Brandon Hart, I like him in his song. Like, I actually like him better in this song than No Good Bastards. His voice and the tone of his voice actually sounds a lot nicer in this song. Not that he wasn't good in the other song, I just enjoy him better in this song. It sounds really good. All right.
I pray on my way to the liquor store that they lock the door, 'cause I'll lay in my grave if the whiskey pours like it did before. I'm scared, I send out a prayer. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? 'Cause honestly it hurts and every day is worse. I keep buying whiskey when all I need is church. I can't read, but the Bible's still with me. My eyes can't see from the bottles of whiskey. I don't believe anybody will miss me, and I'm on my knees. Tell me, God, are you listening?
I don't believe anybody would miss me. I'm on my knees. God, are you with me? Yeah, we all been there. I mean, I don't have an addiction problem, but I've had mental health issues, and I've had a really bad childhood, so I've been there crying out to God, screaming, crying, like snot eyes, like tears coming from my eyes, like just screaming out to God and like, please help me. I think we've all been there to a certain extent. Even if you don't believe in God, like we've all been at some point in our life at a low, you know what I mean? Like maybe you're reaching out to friends and family or people that you feel like love you and they're just not around, you know what I mean? So like feeling like if I was gone, would anybody even care? Or maybe I would be better off, if the world would be better off, my friends and my family would be better off if I was gone, which is not true. But I feel like, not everyone, but like a lot of people can relate to that. And Tom's voice sounds really good in this song, like especially that last part. His voice just sounds nice. The tone of his voice as well, like it sounds really good. I'm enjoying it. Let's continue.
I pray on my way to the liquor store that they lock the door, 'cause I'll lay in my grave if the whiskey pours like it did before. I'm scared, I send out a prayer. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? 'Cause honestly it hurts and every day is worse. I keep buying whiskey when all I need is church.
So he did talk about that he like misses the party, but he's still like talking about like how he needs God or he needs saving and he doesn't want the alcohol. Like, I pray that the liquor store is closed so I don't go there. Like, all I want is whiskey, but I need church. So he is still making it very clear, like, this is damaging to me. That's not what I want. I'm in pain. I desire it, but that's not what I need. So the message is still very consistent with him, which is good. All right, let's continue. Video by Rockafeller. So we didn't get a part from Nova, which is sad because I want Nova. I miss Nova. I need to hear Nova. She was in the hook and she was in the background. You can hear her, but she didn't have like a section unless I completely just blacked it out or something. But my feelings to that, because like I've noticed, like she never necessarily talks about recovery or addiction or drug use or alcohol use. I think she's talked about that she's changed and she's evolved as a person. And even in the song where she did Sober with Tom Macdonald and Madchild, she didn't have a verse either. She was in it, but she didn't have a verse. And so I'm thinking that her story is an addiction. Her story, her evolution isn't recovery, and that's fine. Like, you can still relate to these type of songs and not be an addict. Like, I'm not an addict, but I can relate to it because of mental health issues and struggles, and feel like I was losing my mind at some point. So I can relate to this. I can relate to this because I used to be in church, but I still have a relationship with God even though I've left the church. I can relate to this. So I don't think you have to be an addict to relate to Tom Macdonald's story. And I don't think Nova should feel forced or pressured to also have that story because her boyfriend has that story. You know what I mean? Or feel pressure to give up alcohol or whatever because her boyfriend does. So I think maybe that's why she never has a verse in these songs, because that's not her story, and which is fine, it's okay. Or maybe it is, I'm not really sure. I think I can see this song being an amazing song to sing along with and like at a live concert. I think this is going to be a tearjerker for a lot of people. I think a lot of people are going to relate to this. I think a lot of people are going to shed some tears with this. I loved it. Again, I don't struggle with recovery, so it doesn't probably hit me in that spot like it would hit other people. Just like his song he did, Cancer, I don't necessarily relate to that. I don't know anybody with cancer. I know that's a shocker because like everyone has cancer these days. I don't know anybody with cancer. I've never had cancer. So it's like it didn't hit me the way it would hit someone who had to deal with that. But I recognize the fact that this is a big song for a lot of people. This is gonna help a lot of people. And I feel like every time Tom Macdonald touches on his recovery with alcohol or drugs or whatever, like, even though I'm not necessarily so attached to that, I can recognize that this is going to touch a lot of people. This is going to help a lot of people because a lot of people is going to relate to that. So I'm glad that he's consistent with this, and I'm glad that he's continuing this conversation and being really open and honest about his ideas and his feelings when it comes to recovery, because a lot of people are going to relate to that. So I'm really glad that he's doing that. I feel the same way when he talks about mental health, that a lot of people are going to relate to it, and a lot of people, like, every time he talks about mental health, that's when it hits me here, because I dealt with that like years ago. So I loved it. I love the sound. I love his voice. I don't know what genre that would fall into, like soft punk rock kind of. It felt very mainstream, which again, I don't think is a bad thing. I absolutely loved it. I forgot to mention that he released it a day ago and had over 1,600,000 views, and it has 146,000 likes and the same number of fucking ratio that he usually has, which is 2,700 dislikes. There's always the same damn haters that come and dislike his videos. I loved it. Go like his video, go share his video, you know, get him up on the charts and the billboards and all that good stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you thought about the video. Tell me your favorite bars, your favorite lines, your favorite part about the video. Are you someone who deals with addiction or recovery? And how, if you do, how does this video help you? How does it speak to you? Comment if there's any other Tom Macdonald videos or anything else on the internet that you'd like me to react to. Comment in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that helps with the algorithm, guys. Help with this channel grow and help me bring you more entertainment. I also have a second travel vlog channel. You can go in the description box below and click on the link. Subscribe to my travel vlog channel and or follow me on Instagram. My stories is usually what's up to date, and you guys have an amazing day. Bye.